on PBS. The Drum Corps International World Championships are brought to you in part through grants from Pearl Corporation, the best reason to play drums. Yamaha Band and Orchestra Products Division, play the best you can. Disney Magic Music Days at the Walt Disney World Resort, the performance of a lifetime. And by generous contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
This is the show, man. This is the show. You're going to kick it out. Let's do it up tonight. Let's go. All world class right now. Have fun.
Confidence. We've been doing this too long.
You cannot afford to do anything but give everything you had to that crowd, okay? This is all about emotion.
There's no doubt tonight. You guys are going to ride it on.
Unleash one more time tonight.
Let's go. What do you mean?
Come on. Let's go.
In the heart of a champion, a fire burns. A sense of purpose which consumes their very being. A desire to reach beyond limits few can comprehend. Imagine an endeavor that executes with the precision of a great symphony orchestra. The artistry of the world's most renowned ballet. The athleticism and power of a world-class sprinter. These are the athletes, the artists, the performers. They are young in heart and clear in purpose. They do it to evoke into others drama, joy, heartbreak, and sometimes complete euphoria. This is the story of such champions. Their mission? To explode on their stage the perfect performance. Drum corps from across the nation and around the world have practiced, honed, and prepared for this single moment in time. For this is the 2002 Drum Corps International World Championship. Welcome to Madison, Wisconsin, part of America's heartland and a place that loves its drum corps. The weather couldn't be any better, and tonight the people in this packed stadium and you at home will be treated to a great show. Thousands of fans here in Camp Randall Stadium have traveled from around the world to this drum corps mecca, all hoping to land the best seat in the house.
We're pumped. We're excited about the show.
Drum corps is the most incredibly intense thing you could ever possibly do in your life.
There you go. Free Cavalier tattoo. Free Cavalier temporary tattoo right here.
My son is aging out, and he's with the Blue Devils, and they were fantastic last night.
Programs.
More than 25,000 people have packed the front side of historic Camp Randall Stadium to be a part of DCI's 30th anniversary celebration tonight. Hi, I'm Steve Rondinero. It's been my privilege to host this championship telecast the last 24 of those years. It is a great night for drum corps, I have to tell you. You are going to experience everything from pure pulsating power to poignant patriotism here tonight. I'm joined again by DCI Hall of Famer Dennis DeLucia, percussion guru, and we have a great night for performance here.
Steve, this is a great night. It's a pleasure to be working with you again. It's really ironic that we're inside this great football stadium for this event because football and drum corps really have many things in common. They are inherently American. They play on a stage of 100 yards of green. They are driven by the pursuit of excellence. And tonight, we will see the culmination of many, many months of very hard work on the part of each and every member of every corps. Steve, this is the Super Bowl of drum corps.
Oh, you got that right. And we'll tell you about what's happening on the field. But there are so many stories that evolve behind the scenes on championship night. That's where Stacy Johnson comes in.
Steve, the shows performed here tonight are only a small part of what it really means to be a member in a drum and bugle corps. I can tell you from when I marched that 95% of the whole drum corps experience is really what most people don't get to see. It's the hours of rehearsals, the long bus rides across the country, and even sleeping on gym floors. Each individual out there tonight has their own unique experience, and tonight we're going to let some of them share with us some of their own stories.
Thanks, Stacy. The Bluecoats from Canton, Ohio are on the field getting ready now. 4 corps have already performed tonight. We'll show you highlights of those corps later in the program. The fans always welcome the Bluecoats with, yep, blue. That's not boo, that's a shout of blue. Dennis, what is it that makes these drum corps different from what you see at your high school football halftime on a Friday night?
Well, for one thing, this is a very serious vocation for these kids. It's competitive and it's judged. The performers are older, up to age 21, more mature, and they work very, very hard. You know, they've had a great season, one of their best ever, largely due to a great musical program. This production tries to capture the frenzy of the morning rush hour.
the Coats have connected with the crowd when the fans are bluing. Dennis, what a season they've had.
What a great sound they have. It's just a huge sound. Brass and percussion working so well together between the writing and the performance. Like DCI, they're celebrating their 30th anniversary. But, you know, they look like they sound big, clean, and powerful.
Hi, my name is James Landrum. I'm the drum major for the Bluecoats from Canton, Ohio. And here's a little taste of what we go through every summer.
We do about 30 performances, and we travel through about 35 cities over about 10,000 miles.
We pride ourselves on things running like clockwork.
Wake up! You get off the bus, you stretch, you eat breakfast, you unload your truck, you practice, you go to a show, you play your show, you get on the bus, and we do it again.
James Landrum has the most difficult position that there could be in the Corps.
5 minutes to be out of the building.
He makes sure that we're doing our jobs and we're on time.
30 seconds! So much of drum corps, is the bus, because that's where you spend so much of your time.
Before a show, we like to put in what's called our hype CD.
You can't help but scream at the top of your lungs because it feels so great.
It's just such a test lab enclosed environment. It just breeds eccentricity.
We do that every single day.
That 10 minutes when you're on the field is almost like the only time as a drum corps that you have to yourself. Nobody can take it from you.
Bam, last note of the show, we tear down our equipment, carry all our equipment back to the truck. We put the bass drums on there, we load the 3 carts, we crank up the ramp, and it's all a pretty dangerous process. It's just about trusting each other.
Is anyone missing back there?
Shoot, we could crash and burn on finals night, but in the end, that's not going to matter. You're going to be able to look at your friends in the eye and say, look what we did together. It's that love you feel on finals night and that pride that keeps you coming back. Sometimes that's what gets us through it. There's a reason that they only let you do this until you're 21, because if they didn't, nobody would ever stop doing it.
James, as an old drum corps guy, I'm right there with you. This is the Glassmen from Toledo, Ohio.
It's so unusual nowadays for a corps to rely so heavily on one soloist to carry a production, in this case on flugelhorn.
Earlier this evening, the 10-time DCI champion Blue Devils arrived to start their warm-up process outside the stadium.
Gauntlets, gloves, equipment,
Check everything, please.
hat, hair ties.
Jessica Allen is their
with
color
water.
guard captain or
Tonight,
leader
we
of
will
the
have
visual
water.
ensemble.
And lemon drops. I've done 5 years of this, you know. There's so much that is in my mind. Hi, my name is Jessica Allen. I'm a member of the Concord Blue Devils. I am the color guard captain. The color guard is responsible for all the visual stimulation. What makes color guard unique is that it is highly physical and artistic. We're out there like athletes working out every day. And at the same time, we're also having to be expressive and emoting and performing. And those two elements go together very intimately. Color guard, get your equipment afterwards, please. Meet first. I've had the honor of being the color guard captain for the last 2 years. The most challenging responsibility is knowing that you're supposed to represent a group and hold a certain ideal or ethic to the highest standard so that people can follow them. Good, Kristen. I'm the oldest in my family. I have a brother and 2 sisters, and they're all younger than me. From a young age, I had to learn how to cook and clean and take care of people. Athena! Come in. My family has a very artistic and athletic background. This is my beautiful mother, Jeanette Caldo. She's also a performing artist, and so she's been a big inspiration for me in terms of getting out and involved in the arts and dancing. Because really, I got involved because, you know, my mom was dancing. Growing up, I was always involved in some sort of dance or something that was athletic and physical. When I joined color guard, my parents didn't really know what exactly it was. It was one of those things where I just, you know, went to practice and I'd come home and that was it. Now, through the years, they've really grown to appreciate just how incredibly choreographed and spectacular these shows can become.
Every time I look at the choreography, I look at the level of expertise, and I say, that's brilliant.
After World War II, America faced a housing crisis like it had never seen.
Carl Stradlin didn't have the big money, but he had a sound idea and sound engineering.
At this Columbus, Ohio factory, one man undertook the task of building inexpensive new homes at a record pace. Watch Lustron, the house America's been waiting for.
Tonight at 10 on WOSU PV34.
Everything I learn in drum corps is how I apply myself in life.
Every day you get something different out of the corps.
You get self-respect, learning how to work with people, being responsible,
It's about striving for excellence in yourself.
being part of a team. After 5 years of drum corps, I know what I have to put into a job to get something out of it. The thing I like best about drum corps is the people I've met and the friendships I've made that I'll keep forever.
I just made 134 new friends that live all over the world.
You depend on each other completely, and you just get this bond with each other.
You live with these people for, 3 months? Like every day, you see them every single day.
There's so many people that you love, but sometimes people just smell really bad.
You got to be able to get along and work as a group.
It builds this incredible bond that you can't explain to anyone else.
There's so much camaraderie and dedication.
Not just being a friend, but that next step. Like, I would do anything for any of these guys.
We're not a marching band. It's just a traveling circus.
I love it. I mean, you get to be away for the whole summer and just tour the country.
The performance makes it all worth it. Going out in front of so many people and just doing the best that you can and having a great time.
I love the fact that we can go out there and be rock stars every night.
It's kind of a metaphor for life for me.
It's about accomplishing something.
How hard can you push all the time and just not give up?
Knowing that you can do what's being asked of you.
It's about the people and it's about the journey, and it's, about what you fight for together.
It's really difficult to explain. It's one of the things you just have to do, You can describe the Eiffel Tower till you're blue in the face, but unless you've seen it, it's just not the same. You know what I mean?
The Boston Crusaders, with the music of Artie Shaw and Aaron Copeland.
The swing-style percussion is some of the hippest I've ever heard in drum corps.
a living flag. I have very rarely been moved in drum corps as I have by that ending.
Whoa, I'm speechless. This show succeeds because it reminds us so beautifully of the greatness of our country and our people. Patriotic, symbolic, emotional. The audience response says it all.
Well, you don't put together a program that powerful overnight. It takes months of planning, teaching, and practicing, all the way back to winter, when the drum corps season really begins for corps like the defending champion Cavaliers.
You're waiting to start to think until the first count, and you can't wait until the first count. You're too late. Analyze, analyze. Don't just wait. It's not a take me, make me situation.
Can you make a definite change in the sound of this drum corps? And the answer is yes.
We're going to write what the feet are doing. We're also going to write heights and crescendos. Measure 3, L, left foot step off.
This is where it all starts, right here, baby. Right here.
Can we do that? Can we do this 20 minutes at the end of the afternoon block?
Point to where you have to go.
Love this.
Here we go.
First step, make it break it.
One. I think part of the problem here is that some of you are still holding hands with your mom. Some of you haven't given up your binky. Gentlemen, even how we teach and how we learn is a process we have to learn.
From the time the Cavaliers first put their show on the field in May, they've gone undefeated. In fact, last night they notched the highest score in DCI history, a 99.05. Cavaliers are outside the stadium right now warming up. We'll see them on the field here in the finals shortly. On the field now from Rockford Loves Park, Illinois, the Phantom Regiment. Phantom Regiment put the music of Shostakovich on the field, it's really hard to believe for me that this is DCI's 30th anniversary. For many of us fortunate enough to have been a part of that history, it's been a big part of our lives.
Look, that's Phantom Regiment, 76.
And we reminisce about them, the 74 Santa Clara Vanguard, the old Troopers, 83 Bridgemen, 88 Velvet Knights. But the show on the field is merely the vehicle that allows drum corps to touch the lives of thousands upon thousands of young men and women in a lasting, positive way. So as we celebrate 30 years of DCI, we say thank you for a tradition of excellence that transcends the me-first generation and gives us a legacy of which we can all be proud. And talk about an organization with pride and class. The Santa Clara Vanguard won the second DCI championship way back in 1973. In fact, they're the only corps to have appeared in all 30 DCI finals. And in 6 of those appearances, they have notched world championships. Santa Clara is on the field now.
Watch how they use angular forms, angular movements to capture the intensity of this original composition.
It is called Trivandrum.
They are one of the most consistent drum corps in DCI history. You know, as a percussionist myself, I've always admired their style, their musicality. They were 4th in semifinals. I don't think they've lost any ground at all with this performance tonight.
Always count the Santa Clara Vanguard in the hunt. Some other great corps have already appeared here in Madison tonight at Camp Randall Stadium. We have highlights, starting with the jazzy sounds of the Crossmen.
Cascades were founded in 1958, but this is the first time they have performed in the Elite Top 12. I love to see new faces in finals.
We went out there and we surprised the world with our show. Everybody wanted to know what's going on in Seattle. What's up with the Cascades?
We compare ourselves to houseplants, like we wilt in the sun. You know, if we don't get enough water, we don't get enough sleep. But I think we're just as hardcore as anybody else, and we're out to prove it.
It's great winning the Division III title and everything, but I really can't say that anything compares to being at the highest level possible and competing against the big boys.
Back in '98, I was watching these corps hoping to God that I could be in one of them by the time that, I aged out. And now I am head-to-head with them, and it's mind-boggling. It truly is.
The Blue Devils and Jessica Allen have moved into the on-deck circle backstage here at Camp Randall.
Okay.
It's psych time.
You've been doing this?
Okay.
For too long.
Okay.
Okay, it's time to show
Magical.
them.
Don't forget the magic. So that was all right.
Magic.
After World War II, America faced a housing crisis like it had never seen.
Carl Strandman didn't have the big money, but he had a sound idea and sound engineering.
At this Columbus, Ohio factory, one man undertook the task of building inexpensive new homes at a record pace. Watch Lustron, the house America's been waiting for.
Tonight at 10 on WOSU TV 34.
I think it just all falls back into that being a cadet and just saying, hey, I'm going to go out and do what I have to do to make my show the best it can be, not worried about other drum corps, but just, doing what I can do to make myself be at the highest level I can be, My name is Rick Brown, and I play lead trumpet for the Cadets. I'm a bit of a show-off, so I enjoy playing high and loud, and it's cool. Fits my personality. This year in the Corps, we got a lot of notes and boogie. We're pretty much getting up there pretty high. We got a couple of double A's, G sharps, and sometimes if we can get them, we play double C's. It makes the summer a little more interesting, I looked at a lot of the other drum corps. Cadets stuck out in my mind because I like the fact that they moved around the field a whole lot and played cool music. Well, George Hopkins, he's our director. George is a cool guy. I look up to him a lot. I think he's a great person. He's helped me out with a lot of things in my life other than drum corps, I have a real close relationship with my father, but if I was to call anybody my second father, it would probably be him. He's a really nice man. He helps us out a lot. And we joke around a lot. Just gets us through rehearsal, just knowing that you got somebody on top that's on your side and wants you to do good. About 2 days ago, I turned my leg to the outside and I had a severe strain in my left calf muscle. And it hurt a lot. I only missed a day. I'm back in today, but just missing that one day, it made me feel almost like I was abandoning my friends, but I knew that everybody was behind me, But it was pretty rough. This year we're doing American Revival. We used concepts from the '95 show and came up with a show this year that's based on New York in wake of the September 11th tragedy.
The Cadets of Bergen County, presenting a poignant salute to the heroes of World War II and September 11th.
And who better than a corps from New Jersey? These guys could literally see the World Trade Center from their practice site.
What a program, and even the Madison firefighters across the street from the stadium got into the act, cranking up the red lights and sirens right on cue.
Rick, over 25,000 people just leapt to their feet for this show tonight. Tell us what your champion show was like.
I just had the most emotionally packed, physical, anything I could give, I gave performance of my life. I'd just like to thank everybody in the Corps. I felt tonight we had probably our best performance of the year, so it was a great performance.
You had to overcome a huge leg injury for the season. How did that affect you tonight?
Tonight, it wasn't really a problem, but just getting back into the flow of things, it helped. But just to be out here, you know, it makes all the pain go away.
What do you treasure most about your Drum Corps experience with the Cadets?
I think it's probably the tradition that goes along with being a cadet, the 70-odd years of, you know, just carrying on the same things people did in the 30s and 40s. That's probably means the most to me as being a cadet.
Good job. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
The Blue Devils are literally waiting in the wings as the cadets leave the field. For Jessica, this is a bittersweet night.
In Drum Corps, you can march until you're 21. You're considered an age out, which means you can't march anymore.
Agent out! 2002! Woo!
For many people, they've been doing this their whole lives, and this is it. This is your last year to perform in an activity that you absolutely love to do. I'm gonna miss everything about Drum Corps, actually. It's being able to perform in front of thousands of people, listening to the audience clap and get on their feet after you perform, and feeling like you're about to collapse after your last dance move or your last toss. Feeling the spirit of all my friends on the field with us. There's a lot to be missed.
One more time. The Blue Devils. Smoking. I love that horn line.
Wow, that is vintage Blue Devils. That is sheer excellence. When everything's on the line, nobody lights it up like these guys. Unbelievable performance.
Jessica, this is the last time you'll ever perform with the Blue Devils. After 5 years of hard work and dedication, what does this show mean to you?
The show stands for everything that we believe in. It stands for our belief in performing and entertaining the people and just loving what we do no matter what. And we had a really difficult season this year. We learned 2 completely new show designs. But our hearts led us through all of that. And now we were able to do tonight's performance. And I just feel like we went and did the very best that we could do tonight. And it came from the heart. And that's the most magical part about this organization. And that's the part that I'm going to miss the most, definitely. But that's the best feeling ever.
As Jessica gives her last finals performance, Derek Weber of the Cavaliers prepares for his first. It's a dream come true for a father and a son.
Derek started to play when he was probably 6 months, banging on a pad before he could walk, and he's been hanging around coming to drum warm-ups ever since he was old enough to stand up. Derek and I went to the finals in Madison in '92, and we were waiting for them to announce the scores as they were bringing all the cores on. And Steve Rondinero, Derek has seen him on all our videos. We've been watching the shows ever since he was 1. He was standing there, so he turned to Derek, who was standing right next to me, and he pats him on the head, and he was very nice to him. He said, "Hi, young man, how are you?" And Derek looks up to him, and, "Oh, wow, that's the guy from TV." He says, "You gonna come out here someday?" And Derek said, "Yeah, I want to march a snare drum for the Cavaliers when I get older." So Steve's like, "Great." You know, he was very nice to him, very polite, but so I thought, how about that? And that was when he was 8 years old, and here we are, 9 years later. He's trying to see if he can make that dream happen.
I've been playing since I was 2, but not seriously until about 4th or 5th grade. Ever since I started playing, it just seemed like that's what I wanted to do, and it's just getting more and more opportunities. It's getting more and more fun. The goal that you have in your head that you want to be a part of this. I know to some people, like, winning is a huge thing, but, you know, I just want to be part of the Cavaliers.
Now, all kidding aside, you have your papers? Yes.
The Cavaliers hold their annual audition camp on the day after Thanksgiving. Derek is making the trip to audition for the snare line for the 3rd time. His dad, Russ, also a drummer, has encouraged him every step of the way.
When he was a junior high kid, we would play stuff on pads together and stuff and spend some time playing, and that was a lot of fun too, although now he's passed me up, which is good.
Hey, good luck.
It's just an extra, different kind of a thing that I guess maybe most people don't get the opportunity to do.
Do a good job.
Yeah.
All right, have fun.
See you on Sunday?
Yeah, and if you find out anything...
He tried out when he was 15. He tried out last year when he was 16. Now he's trying out this year as he's 17. He wasn't ready, and I think he's ready now.
The Cavaliers are based in Rosemont, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. This year, nearly 500 kids from around the world tried out with hopes of making the cut with the defending champions.
I'm Kyle Parascevich from Belleville, Michigan. I'm a junior at Belleville High School.
My name is Alan Fear. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
My name is Nate Casper. I'm a sophomore at Marion High School.
I'm Ruben. I'm from Holland.
Nearly 100 people tried out for snare for 3 spots.
Derek Weber, Chris Santos.
So it was really, really stressful. I mean, after all this time I've been spending, it's like somebody asks you, well, what if you don't make it? I don't know, that's not what I'm thinking about. After watching it for 16 years, and all of a sudden, you're part of it. That would be the most amazing feeling for me. That would be the ultimate experience. My dad would he would definitely feel really, really proud, because he knows that's something that I've been striving for a long time. And he's been trying to help me through that, and that would be a good feeling for him, too.
I think Russ may be a little more nervous than Derek right now. Of course, they both waited a long time for this night.
On the victory Cavaliers, as we march on through the years, we march along and sing the song, for we are the Cavaliers. We are the Cavaliers, there is no hope we fear. We march along and sing the song, for we know that we never will march on the victory Cavaliers. As we march on through the years, we march along and sing the song, for we are the Cavaliers. Hey!
Let's go. The undefeated Cavaliers are in the house.
After World War II, America faced a housing crisis like it had never seen.
Carl Stradlin didn't have the big money, but he had a sound idea and sound engineering.
At this Columbus, Ohio factory, one man undertook the task of building inexpensive new homes at a record pace. Watch Lustron, the house America's been waiting for.
Tonight at 10 on WOSU TV 34.
Celebrating our 28th year on PBS, the Drum Corps International World Championships are brought to you in part through grants from Pearl Corporation, the best reason to play drums. Yamaha Band and Orchestra Products Division, play the best you can. Disney Magic Music Days at the Walt Disney World Resort, the performance of a lifetime. And by generous contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
On the field, from Rosemont, Illinois, performing a musical program, Frameworks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Cavaliers.
Last night in the semifinals, the Cavaliers were less than a point away from perfection. Dennis, what makes them so unbeatable?
No weaknesses, none at all. Every single section of the Corps performs at the highest level imaginable. Plus, they have one of the finest visual programs ever written, beginning to end. And with a music ensemble that approaches perfection, that is tough to beat.
Cavaliers, the living, breathing definition of putting it all together. Primed for a three-peat tonight.
That is an absolute masterpiece. You know, in semifinals, all but one judge had them in first place. I just don't see that changing tonight. That was unbelievable.
A great performance by the Cavaliers is borne out rather emphatically by the crowd.
Derek, you've spent over half of your life pursuing this dream of being a Cavaliers sneer player, and here you are. Has it lived up to your expectations?
Yeah, it has. It's been a lot of fun. It's more hard than I thought it would be, but it was worth it.
How so? How is it hard?
Just the physical demands of the show are incredible, and it just takes a lot.
Why did you pick the Cavaliers?
I really don't know. I've always wanted to be in the Cavaliers, so that's just something that I wanted to be.
Now, not only is this a dream for you, but it's for your dad as well. How do you think he felt watching you tonight out here on the field?
I know he was excited and proud, and it just couldn't be anything better.
Will you be back next year?
Of course, always.
Cavaliers get ready for the finale on what has been a truly special night for us, the performers on the field, and the fans in the stands.
I personally like BD, but I think Cavies had a nice clean show. Cadets really threw down. It's going to be a tight three.
Seeing all the dedication of these young people, the amount of hours that they practice, and seeing what their performance is, it's outstanding.
And it's so American, and it's so much fun. You tell me where we're going to find something great like this.
Someone asked me the question, what is it like the last show? Well, it's really not the ending, but the beginning. Like all life cycle events, it leads to something new.
When the drum corps season is over, the thing I miss most about being in Cadets is the fact that I'm not going to be able to see the same group of people that you call a family. That's probably the roughest part.
It's about the most bittersweet thing I'll have ever been a part of.
Everything I thought it could be, everything I dreamed of. You know, that last show was on fire. Most fun I think I've ever had. It was a blast.
I mean, you get to be away for the whole summer and just tour the country doing something that you love. And I love to play music. And I love to march. And I love to be with friends.
And I can tell you that the friends you make in drum corps are friends you hold dear for the rest of your life. Well, all of tonight's corps are back on the field for the finale. We have the first 8 scores. Dennis, any surprises here?
Well, no surprises to me, Steve, but there are some great stories. Seattle Cascades making finals for the first time ever. Spirit and Magic of Orlando re-entering the top 12. And the Boston Crusaders moving up from 8th in quarterfinals to 6th in semis to a tie for 5th tonight.
Here's where the throats really tighten and the pulses pick up. Let's go to field announcer Brant Crocker for the final 4.
In 4th place, with a score of 95.65, 95.65, the Santa Clara Vanguard. In 3rd place, with a score of 96.75, 96.75, the Cadets. In 2nd place, with a score of 97.3, 97.3, the Blue Devils. Our 2002 World Champion, undefeated, with a score 99.15, 99.15, the Cavaliers.
Well, friends, you just witnessed history. A three-peat, an undefeated season, and the highest score in DCI history. What a total triumph for the Cavaliers.
They earned it. They deserve it. You've witnessed the most complete performance of the most complete program ever.
You guys have been undefeated all season long and now have the all-time highest DCI score. How does that feel?
It feels great. It's a great time to be a Cavalier. We're just glad that we finally got a chance to prove ourselves all summer long and make all the fans happy.
What does the gold medal mean to you?
I don't really care about medals. I mean, I'm just glad that we put on the performance that we did tonight, and it's just truly amazing to end up like this.
How was tonight's performance different than any other?
There was a lot of emotion tonight. The guys were very, very excited to perform, and it was just a very charged performance all night.
And you being an age out, what does this night mean for you?
It's just it's a great end to a great career in drum corps, and I couldn't ask for a better way to go out.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
A gracious winner, a great champion, and a fine example of the character that drum corps builds.
Well, Russ, we've come full circle. 10 years ago on this field, there was a 7-year-old boy and his dad with a dream. Tonight it's fulfilled. That must feel pretty good.
It's surreal. That's the only thing I can think of. It's something that you've been planning for years. Derek worked really hard. We're so proud of him. And we're blessed that the Cavaliers gave him an opportunity to represent the Corps and the organization. It's a first-class group. It's a first-class organization. We couldn't be more pleased, and we're just proud of Derek. And it's, I tried to anticipate what it would feel like to be here, and I thought 50 different thoughts, and nothing compares to being here. It's awesome.
This has been a great summer for drum corps and DCI. The entertainment level was outstanding. I hope we've given you a sense of how special the drum corps experience is for the young people who make it come alive. For Dennis DeLucia, Stacy Johnson, and the entire DCI broadcast team, I'm Steve Rondinero, bidding you good night from Madison, and may God bless America.
After World War II, America faced a housing crisis like it had never seen.
Carl Stradlin didn't have the big money, but he had a sound idea and sound engineering.
At this Columbus, Ohio factory, one man undertook the task of building inexpensive new homes at a record pace. Watch Lustron, the house America's been waiting for.
Tonight at 10 on WOSU TV 34.
I feel really good. I feel ready to go home and sleep on a bed. And I feel pretty sad saying goodbye to all the people that I lived with for 80 days.
See this? One more night? No more nights. This was finals.
One more high.
The way it is, man. I love this guy right here.
Good, and that's it. And that's just all there is to it.
That's it. Give me some loving. Give me some loving. Give me some magic loving.
Where are you going?
Where am I going? I'm going to my car, man. I just aged out.
Bye-bye. Bye.